Hello, we are going to have a look at the calculator applet today. We are going to create an applet to implement simple calculator. The integer data will be entered through text box and the operation is specified, that is the operator is specified through command buttons, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. And finally results will be displayed when the user clicks these buttons. To create this applet, we need to have a class. This class need to be extended from an applet class. Applet class is either a swing applet, that is JApplet, or it can be AWT applet, that is just applet. Yes, so import this class from the specified package. This class JApplet is present in javax.swing. This is the package, and we need to lay out these text fields and buttons, and hence we need a layout. Most simple layout is a flow layout, that is that can be found in java.awt package. Import this also, and when the button is clicked, an action event is generated. To perform an action for this event, we need to implement action listener. So we need these two things, and action listener is a interface. Which class is going to handle the action event, that need to implement action listener interface. This action listener interface has just one simple method, that is public void action performed, which receives action event. This action performed method is invoked whenever a method is clicked. We need to connect with this action listener, that we will see. So now we need to start with the user interface of the applet. So when to create this user interface? Applet has certain app lifecycle events. When the applet is being created, init method will be invoked. So in the init method, we will create the user interface elements. What are these? We need to have two text fields. We will create text field A, text field B, and we are going to display the operator. So we will have a label, and then after the operation we will get the result. For that, another label. And what are the different possible operations? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So for that, for each of these operations we will create buttons. Button add, button subtract, button multiplication, button division. For each of these buttons, we need to connect action listeners. We are defining the action listener right there in this class. We just need to connect that. So action listener is in this object, present object, hence we'll indicate this here. Add button is connected to action listener defined in this object. So we are done with the user interface element creation. Now we need to lay out these elements. For that, first we will set the layout. In which style we want to lay out the user interface elements. We just want to place them one after other, that is flow layout. We will set that layout. Then we will keep on adding the user interface elements. We will add text field A, then we will add the operator space, operator label, then text field B, then the result, and we will add 4 buttons: add, subtract, multiply and divide. And we have forgotten one thing. For all these variables, we need to declare those names. That we will declare at the end. text field AB, button add sub, etc. labels. Now the most interesting thing. What happens when these buttons are clicked? Action performed method defined in the action listener interface will be invoked whenever these buttons are clicked. What happens then? So here we go. When the operator buttons are clicked, action event is generated and this method is invoked. When the operator is clicked, we will be having two numbers right there in the text fields. We'll extract text from each of the text field. Text field A's text is defined as A. Text field B's text is defined as B. If either A or B is of 0 length, that is, there is nothing in the text field, then we will display an error message, please enter two numbers. If there is something, we will go to the next step, that is, we have extracted the text. Now we will convert text into double, that is number, numeric value. A will be converted to numeric value, B will be converted to numeric value, then we will have a variable R for storing the result. Now it is time to perform the operation. Before that, you need to decide which operation. To decide which operation, we will extract the event source from the event. Event source will be a button here, because the button, operator button, is going to generate the event, addition, subtraction, etc. And hence, we will get the source, we will consider it as a button, and we will compare this source with each of the button. If the source is add button, we will perform the addition and we will store the result in the variable R. If the source is subtract button, we will do the subtraction and so on, multiplication, division. And finally, we will display the result in the result label by setting the text equal to symbol and thereafter the string value of R. And also will display the operator, which operation has been performed, that is by getting the source of the event. The source is a button and button's text will be set into operator label, and hence we are displaying the operator here and the result here. Yeah, now we are done with the applet class. Applet is a partial application. It is not a full-fledged standalone application. That this applet will be run inside a web browser or applet viewer. If you want to run your applet in a web browser, you need to create a web page. Web page is defined using HTML language, where you have different tags. Every web page starts with HTML tag and ends with HTML tag. Starting HTML, this is HTML tag with preceding slash. This is ending HTML tag. Inside the HTML page, every content that will be displayed is defined inside body tag. So this is starting body tag, this is closing body tag. And we are going to display the applet here. Applet tag is used to embed the applet inside a HTML page. So this is applet tag, this is closing applet tag. In the applet tag, we will have certain attributes. Code attribute specifies where is the source code of the applet. So this is essentially path to the applet. If the applet is placed inside the same directory as of the HTML file, then you need not specify the full path, you just specify the name of the file. This should be class file, compiled Java source code. Applet, so compiled source code is present here. and then you specify height and width of the applet. Done. Now you can launch your applet. So first you need to compile and prepare this applet class, and then you need to launch this HTML file. So we'll do that. Compiling Java C B1 calc applet, the name of applet's class file. Compile. Then you need to launch this HTML. We'll use applet viewer for that. Applet viewer, name of the HTML file b1 calc.html. So here we have the applet. Now I will enter two integers, 4 and 2. If we add 4 and 2, we should get 6. If we subtract 2 from 4, we should get 2. If we multiply 4 and 2, 8. If we divide 2, 2. Thank you.